A crisis of confidence at Boeing. The Planemaker, once considered a surefire blue-chip investment, saw shares and its reputation take a beating after a door plug detached from a Boeing plane mid-flight. Boeing, of course, still trying to recover its reputation after two fatal crashes 6 years ago. Boeing now faces its biggest test yet as investors wonder, what will it take to restore Boeing's tarnished reputation? Problems for Boeing began early in 2024. An Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 had a near catastrophe after losing its door plug 16,000 feet up in the air. The incident grounded MAX jets nationwide as investigations continue. Subsequent inspections from United Airlines of its own 737 MAX fleet found loose parts in some aircraft. All this, of course, comes no more than 6 years after two fatal crashes of Boeing 737 MAX planes, one in Indonesia and another in Ethiopia. Now, investors are also flying in the dark. The company, in its late January earnings report, saying it couldn't provide financial targets for the year as it braces for more pain from ongoing investigations and groundings of its money-making MAX family. But how did Boeing end up relying on an aging design to help carry its business? The 737 MAX series of jets are direct descendants of Boeing's popular 737, a mid-range aircraft first flown in the 1960s. The MAX was born in the last decade after perennial rival Airbus made its own push for the mid-range market, pitching what eventually became the A320neo to airlines in 2010. To compete, Boeing scrapped early plans for a clean sheet design that would have been both costly for the plane maker and taken years to design, test, and certify. Instead, Boeing scrambled out a proposal in 2011 that made improvements to its existing 737 airframe, incorporating changes like more modern engines and additional computer systems. That decision was a key selling point for airlines, which would not need to retrain pilots or refresh infrastructure to accommodate the new planes. And for Boeing, it meant a competitive plane that could come to market sooner with a fraction of the development costs. But the choice to use an older design also had consequences. To fit larger engines onto the existing airframe, Boeing relied on computer-controlled systems like MCAS to compensate for the more front-heavy weight of the plane, a system that authorities say directly contributed to the loss of two planes in 2018 and 2019. Meanwhile, the already damaged reputation of the MAX went into freefall following January's door plug incident. In a recent development, Boeing says it is reworking several new 737 MAX jets after misdrilled holes were found in some fuselages. Boeing has since made changes to its 737 MAX planes, and the company has also ousted its former CEO and committed to more transparency. But its once sterling reputation for safety, a key selling point for investors, is now increasingly tarnished. For Investors Business Daily, this is Mike Zhuang.